morning, everybody. Where are my sunglasses? What are we doing today, Gigi?
We are picking up 2
sick VTECs.
sick whips.
You're probably wondering, what are we driving now? Well, we are driving my mum's old car, a 96 N-Reg Toyota Celica GT.
Introducing one of the most visually distinct automobiles you've ever seen, and the most technologically advanced Celica Toyota has ever created. The all-new Toyota Celica, with sophisticated safety systems, available ABS, standard driver and passenger side airbags. But despite all this technology, when people see the new Celica, there's only one thing that keeps coming to mind. Watch out, it's here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit emotional about today. She's had this car for 25 years. She's had it from new. She was a little bit emotional today to let it go. It's part of the family. It's older than you. This
Don't
car.
say that.
It is though. Oh, that's better. Woo-woo! Monky was born. No crash. As you guys will know from my social media, we are en route to Torque GT today, which is sort of down near Exeter in Devon. 3 hours from here, so not too bad compared to our Scottish trips actually. This is easy, yeah. Anyone that knows Torque GT will realise that they do source exceptionally clean Japanese cars. I'll chuck a little link for Torque GT down here so you guys can have a look at their website, but one look at their website you'll see these guys are pretty serious. They take very detailed pictures and the cars themselves are fantastic. They source very, very high grade cars. So if you want a mint Japanese car and you're in the UK and you don't want the whole hassle of importing it yourself, Torque GT are really the ones. I thought I'd quickly show you guys the Celica because you haven't really had a good look around my mum's car. What a beast. It's got some drift damage on the back here. Actually ran a wall last night, doing a bit of street-o. I've had all the wheels refurbished a couple of years ago, so I mean the car is actually pretty clean. A few sort of bush marks. Mum does like to sort of ride the bushes a little bit, but hopefully she won't ride the bushes in the DC5 because she'll be getting told off by me. One of the best things with these cars are the twin front headlights, which are now pretty rare on cars. I also put new rear lights in about 3 or 4 years ago because the lights were sort of really bad condition. Celica! No doubt my lovely mum will be watching and she adores this car. So mum, it's had a really good innings. Time to move her on. Nom nom! The subs love the bot bot. Let me know in the comment section, do you like the bot bot? I like the bot bot. Macas! I'm gonna have 4 Big Macs to make up with all the McDonald's I haven't eaten. Eat in, go, beef.
Big.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about get some extra pickles, man? You love pickles, man. Get onions, mustard. Right, so we are all fed. Look at that classic Toyota goodness. Gigi's just gonna run in there and quickly grab us some coffees because I'm lagging. Sat-nav says 3 minutes until VTEC. If you are coming to Torque GT, don't worry, they are actually in the middle of the countryside. JDMs! Woo! I saw mum's wheel. I'm too excited, man. Right, I'm turning around. Oh, look at that. Wow, man. Yeah!
Can I have your mum's?
Wait, we just got an FD2, man. Here we are at wonderful Torque GT, and we have 2 very, very special Hondas waiting for us. Look at these 2 beauties. Torque GT very kindly supplied us 10mm spacers all round just to sort of bring the wheels out a little bit. These are actually forged magnesium BBS wheels. They're very, very rare for these FD2, so it's pretty cool that we've actually got a set. If you know your Hondas, you'll know that these are super, super rare these now. It's a 4-door Civic Type R, only ever released in Japan. So very, very rare in the UK. And this is one of maybe, I think, 3 in this colour in the UK, so Lucky lady, aren't you? Lucky lady. I think it's time for you to have a little seat in your car, madam.
No.
Yeah, come on, have a little seat. Look how clean this is. What's common on a lot of these Hondas, you get very bad bolster wear on these Recaro seats. This one here, as you can see, is completely unworn. It's very low mileage. What is it, 48,000 miles, yeah. For a 2009 car, it's very, very low mileage. Have a seat, my dear. I'm gonna get in the back, man. 4 doors for more. It's lovely, isn't it? What a fantastic condition car. Oh, I'm jealous, man. I drive a Volvo. You've got an FD2. Mum's got a DC5. Something's not right here, lads. Let's have a quick look under the bonnet. God, look at this. None of the bolts have rusted. The condition of this is literally next level. And what are you thinking of the wheels? Because you weren't actually quite sure with the wheels, were you? You kind of preferred the stock ones, but I think now we've got the spacers, I think these do look better. Yeah, super, super lightweight wheels. Lovely set of Brembos down there. Old Type R badges. While George is having a play with the FD2, going to quickly show you my mum's new DC5. A little bit older, this is a 2002 or very, very late 2001. 80,000 miles from new. So for the age of the car, it's actually pretty low mileage. The condition is pretty exceptional. Mum's new car and mum's old car. The funniest thing about this car is my mum was like, the spoiler's quite big, and she was worried that the neighbours might think that she was doing well. She said she's going to check the spoiler out when we get back. If she doesn't like it, we can always get her a Type S spoiler, which is like the slightly smaller spoiler. I think it looks better with a Type R one. We'll try and convince her.
Tester.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Lovely steering wheels, well, quite sort of chunky, aren't they?
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. One thing Mum was saying is she didn't actually have a lot of visibility in the back of the Celica, but in the DC5 you do have quite a bit more visibility, to be fair. Pop the hood, yo. One K20 looking absolutely beautiful. It's quite a cool comparison, this, if you compare it to Georgie's car, FD2 2009, 48,000 miles. This is a 2001 with 80,000 miles. And the condition really isn't that far off the FD2. The DC5s are still pretty modern inside, not quite as modern as the FD2s, but still pretty modern, certainly a lot more futuristic compared to the old ST202 Celica. Mum's got a CD player. Talk GT, you absolute legends. Look at that, JDM heaven awaits us. Like I said before, on the way up, Talk GT are very famous for getting some super rare cars. They are in the middle of doing a full refurbishment, hence the sort of this new barn they're making isn't quite finished, and they're also going to be redoing the road outside. Nonetheless, some absolutely mental cars here. First off, we've got a super, super clean R32 GTR. I think it's the same colour as Dan Wright's. He's got his car down at Scousers at the moment. But yeah, I really do love the R32s. One of my favourites. Mitsubishi Evo 6 Tommy Mackinnon. Doesn't really need describing. You guys know that these are pretty synonymous in the old rallying world. I actually sold a Tommy Mackinnon Evo recently. It was a white one though, and the red ones really go for sort of top money. All the original Tommy Mackinnon colours. Quick look inside, you get a little sort of Tommy Mackinnon thing on the seats as well. In super clean condition this. Anyone into their JDM motors will know that this is a very, very famous Subaru. It's an original Subaru 22B. A 2-door, so quite rare for a Scooby. These are now going for about £100,000, so very, very rare cars. Man, this is sick. If you look down the side, they've actually got wider front wings and wider rear quarters from factory, so it's a very, very special car, this. This is super cool as well. It's a jade green R34 NER V-Spec 2, I believe. It's got quite a long name. Quick look at the back. Yeah, V-Spec 2 NER. So this is another very rare car. Another very cool car for you Subaru fanatics. This is a Subaru Impreza Type C RAR. The Type C is a super, super rare car in RAR form. Really, really special. So yeah, if you're a Subaru nut, you're probably gonna absolutely love that. 20,000 mile original Toyota MR2 in absolutely fantastic condition. Very, very rare. Pretty cool shape these as well. Oh, I like that, man. Oh, look at that. Literally immaculate. We've got another really, really lovely R34 in black. That's an R34 V-Spec 2. An exceptionally rare car as well, R32 N1. They bought this as a bit of a sort of a project. They're gonna restore it. But look at those rear speakers. R32 dashes are so cool. And I love how you have all the sort of light switches are actually on the binnacle itself. You guys can tell Monky's in heaven. I think I need some tissues. I thought I needed tissues because I was going to get emotional about giving Mum's car away. I'm actually getting emotional about these cars. Amazing. We have a Honda NSX, stunning car. We have the ultimate Honda owner's wet dream, a NSX Type R. Oh, genuine car with, I think Tristan said 25,000 or 30,000 miles. So this is a proper collector's piece. If you don't know much about the NSX, Ayrton Senna, a very famous old Formula 1 racing driver, actually did all the sort of geometry and all the steering setup on this car. Hence they sort of handle so good from factory. The madness continues. R34 GTR, just a regular one. An RA28 Celica or a TA28 or RA28. Let us know below in the comment section which one that is. It's got these really cool sort of bullet mirrors on the wings, loving that, proper sort of 1970s. This is probably my favourite car here. This is an original PS13 with 8,000 miles on the clock. I mean, you couldn't get cleaner if you tried. Tristan was just telling me when he drove this, it's like being in a time warp because the car feels like it's brand new, but obviously it was made in 1993, so it kind of feels like you're driving back in 1993. If I had the money, lads, I'll tell you what, this car would be in my garage right now. What a machine. Sunroof model as well. Look at the paint on that, man. That is in fantastic condition. Not a single mark to be seen. Another super rare car for you Mazda fans. This is a Mazda RX-7 Spirit R. Amazing what these are going for. I mean, I remember maybe 10 years ago, you couldn't give away RX-7s. A regular RX-7 you could pick up for £1,500. Now you're kind of hard pressed to get a sort of average condition one for about 10 grand. Lovely red Recaro interior. You quite often see the RX-7s in red, in black and white, and they're quite unique in grey. One of the coolest things about these older cars as well, you've got pop-up headlights. Ultimately, these are now quite expensive to produce. A lot of manufacturers kind of went off the pop-up headlights because ultimately if you had a crash up front, it costs a fortune to replace them, but they're really cool. Like when you flash your headlights, you flash them once and they pop up and flash and then go back down again. A proper sort of late 80s, 1990s trick. We've done a little tour of some of the cars. Like I said before, bear in mind that they're actually in the middle of doing a full refurbishment, so a lot of the cars aren't actually here. Later on in the year, once they finish doing all the development work at the site, we'll probably pop back and do a sort of fresh video just to show you the vast array of cars they've got. In the meantime, Mrs. Monky and I are just going to pop into the office. We're going to do all the paperwork. We're going to sign our lives away.
5 minutes later.
We are all good to go. We've signed on the dotted line. We are now the owner of 2 beautiful new VTECs. Massive thanks to Jamie.
No worries.
Absolute star. Torque GT for the absolute win. We've got 2 keys with the car, which is always nice. Lovely little Torque GT keyring. Fully comprehensive service history from Japan, which is really nice. This is super cool. It's actually from Honda. It's a safety driving safety points handbook, which I will be reading later on because I think John could do with some safety tips. Another great thing about Torque is you get these BIMTA sort of mileage certificates just to kind of clarify that the mileage is 100% genuine, which is always nice when you're buying a car from Japan. They also supply you with a lovely little sort of service book so you can keep up to speed with all your service history. I think that pretty much concludes our little Torque GT adventure. I'm going to be driving the DC5 back. Definitely not be doing any VTEC. How you doing, Miss GG?
All good.
You ready for your adventure back?
Definitely.
And we're quite lucky because we're not going to be going back in traffic.
No.
G's got all her R&B ready. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this cheeky little video. We're actually going to be doing a sort of individual video on each of these cars. I'll be doing one on Mum's car and one on Georgie's car as well. So some cool content nonetheless for you guys to look forward to. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this cheeky little video. I hope you enjoyed the 2 latest members to the ML family. And yeah, look forward to seeing you soon.